On today's episode of Tasha's Sewing Tutorials, we will be modifying a pant pattern to make a pair of old school bell bottoms by inserting a gore into the outseam in a two-part video series. The first thing we're going to do is mark the point where we want our flare of our bell bottom to begin. I'm going to start mine at the knee of the pant pattern, so I'm going to start right here, measure all the way down to the hem, and mine is 10 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to record that number. The next thing we're going to do is decide how much bigger we want our pant sweep to be. The bigger the sweep, the bigger the flare that our pant will have. I am making this in a size 5 for little girls, so I'm only going to add about 3 inches extra to the sweep. If it were me, since I have a flair for the dramatic sometimes when I go out in public, I would probably add 8 inches to the bottom of my sweep. So next thing we're going to do is actually mark the pattern. The first thing we're going to do is get your pattern paper and square a line directly across the bottom of the paper. And then the next thing we're going to do is square a line the length of the, I need to adjust my push pins 1 second. Next thing we're going to do is, in the middle of this line right here, in the middle of the paper, we're going to square a line directly down the entire length of our pant gore. And let me do that right here. And when you do it, you're going to do it pretty decent and not have a squiggly line like I have. The next thing we're going to do is take the number that we decided we wanted our sweep to be and divide that by 2. I wanted my sweep to be 3 inches, so 3 inches divided by 2 is 1.5 inches. And I'm going to take that 1.5 inches and plot it to the left of the line and to the right of the center line, just like you did when you were in the 6th grade and you were plotting points on a number line. That's what we're going to do right now. So 1.5 here, and 1.5 here. And now the next thing we're going to do is simply join these points. Well, let me make the point in a different color so you can see it. Now the next thing we're going to do is simply join these 2 points to the top of the gore, and that is it, actually. That's all it takes. This is kind of difficult for me to do on the wall, but so I have a lot of messed up lines here, but you can see that this triangle that we made, that is the gore. So now all you have to do, this triangle that we made, that is the gore. Now all you have to do is add your 5/8 of an inch seam allowance on both sides, and there you have it. The gore for your bell bottom is made. Now when you make your own patterns, you're going to want to mark it so you can know what's going on. So right here, this middle line that we use to square up to make the gore, I'm going to put a little arrow right there to mark the grain line, because I want it to be going up and down the grain. I'm going to put 5/8 of an inch seam allowance right here. And I'm going to name this pant gore for bell bottom. Size 5, slim. because this is for, well, actually the pants I'm going to be modifying is a size 5 slim. So, but actually this gore could be used on a regular size 5 too. But I'm going to go ahead and mark it anyway. Girls. And there you have it. The gore, the seam allowance, and all you have to do is cut this out, and that's going to be your new pattern. Now we're going to go ahead and make a part 2, and I'm going to show you how to actually sew this into the pant on our part 2 of our video series.